Have you ever wondered what lies inside a humble, working-class barbershop in Vietnam? Or what it truly costs? And how does the gleaming interior of a massive shopping mall contrast with the raw, beating heart of a local street market? Hi, I am Thai, a 31-year-old local living in Vietnam. Follow my footsteps today as we step into the quiet reality of a cheap neighborhood barbershop. The space here spans barely 25 square meters, yet it is meticulously kept clean. Humble shops like this one cater quietly to the low and middle-income residents of Hanoi, or simply to those who find comfort in unpretentious simplicity. Resting on the counter are the essential tools of the trade: worn clippers, gleaming scissors, humming hair dryers, and a large mirror reflecting the modest room. Deeper inside the shop lies a dedicated hair washing station. It features a simple yet comfortable padded bed, equipped with a two-way system providing both soothing warm and refreshing cold water, offering a brief moment of physical relaxation. Pinned to the wall is a straightforward service menu for both men and women. The prices fluctuate dramatically, starting at just a single dollar for a basic cut and wash. However, treatments requiring harsh chemicals, like dyeing or straightening, demand a higher premium, ranging from $20 to $50. Naturally, the intricate services designed for women carry a notably heavier price tag than those for men. The moment you step through the door, the barbers greet you with a familiar routine, carefully asking how you want your hair shaped today. The barbers here are predominantly men, bringing an energetic and cheerful warmth to the small room. Beneath their easy smiles lies a journey of silent dedication. To open a modest shop like this, an apprentice must endure around 2 years of grueling, hands-on training, learning the craft while working tirelessly, before they can finally run a smooth, independent operation. Once the final cut is made, the barber uses a humming hairdryer to forcefully blow away the loose strands. A small but essential gesture to spare the customer the lingering itch and discomfort of fallen hair. Every customer is first draped in a smooth cape, shielding their clothes from the inevitable cascade of falling hair. The ritual begins with the electric clippers. The machine lets out a steady, mechanical buzz, a deep, rhythmic humming that fills the quiet room as it glides close to the scalp, carving out the foundational shape of the haircut. Once the rough silhouette is established, the barber switches to the gleaming scissors. The sharp snip-snip sound replaces the heavy buzz, a meticulous process of refining and polishing the style to perfection. It is an intimate, carefully executed craft, yet the cost reveals a stark urban divide. In this humble corner, such an experience demands a mere $1 or $2. Step into a high-end, air-conditioned salon just a few streets away, and the exact same service will cost you anywhere from $4 to $10. A quiet markup of 2 to 4 times the price. For the low and middle-income workers navigating the relentless financial currents of the city, these unpretentious shops are not just a choice, but a space of genuine comfort and simplicity. When the haircut is finally complete, you can choose to step back out into the bustling street or linger for additional services like a traditional wet shave. If you stay, the barber carefully applies a thick, cooling layer of shaving foam to your skin. This rich lather softens the bristles and shields the face from the harsh drag of the razor. It transforms a routine grooming task into a deeply soothing experience, offering the customer a lingering moment of absolute comfort before facing the day. Standing before me is the grand entrance to the shopping mall, a towering sanctuary of pristine floors and chilled, artificial air. Just a few steps inside, and we find ourselves enveloped by the sweet, heavy aroma of the pastry counter. The display cases are lined with an array of visually striking pastries, priced anywhere from $1 to $5 depending on their size and complexity. The vibrant colors are almost intoxicating. There is a rich assortment to choose from. Decadent cream cakes, soft and airy sponge cakes, savory baked hot dogs, and glossy fruit tarts, each silently begging to be tasted. The open bakery sits directly adjacent to the display, where workers knead and bake in plain sight. Right beside them stands the cashier. You can purchase a pastry, pay immediately, and savor its fresh, warm crust right there on the spot. My family settles on a layered cake, a soft sponge base topped with rich cream and scattered chocolate chunks. The creamy, cool texture melts seamlessly with the bitter cocoa, creating a fascinating and deeply satisfying bite. Here, imported fruits dominate the aisles. Gala apples sit at $3 a kilo, while vibrant green New Zealand apples demand $5. They are flawless and visually stunning. In a local wet market, apples are drastically cheaper, but they are entirely different breeds. The street market offers bruised, humble local varieties, a stark contrast to these polished, expensive international imports resting under the supermarket's bright lights. Nearby lies the sprawling frozen seafood section, dominated by a massive glass tank where live lobsters swim in slow, captive circles. Surrounding the tank are rows of pre-packaged seafood. Each portion is carefully sealed in pristine trays, tightly wrapped in transparent plastic, and stored inside strictly temperature-controlled refrigerators. It is an image of sanitized perfection. Ocean life completely sanitized, packaged, and tamed for the modern consumer's convenience. At the rice counter, prices range from $1 to $2 per kilogram. This includes the renowned ST25 variety, globally celebrated for its fragrance and origin in the Mekong Delta. It is a premium choice. In sharp contrast, the humble, unbranded rice my family usually buys from the neighborhood market costs barely $1, a quiet reminder of the daily financial choices we navigate. Moving to the instant noodle aisle, the contrast is glaring. An imported Korean ramen pack costs about $1.30, while a traditional Vietnamese noodle packet sits at a mere 25 cents. For my family, the choice is simple. We reach for the familiar Vietnamese brand, partly to protect our wallets, but mostly because its flavor feels like home. The shelves dedicated to cooking oils, essential spices, and dairy are overwhelmingly well stocked. There is a staggering variety, seamlessly blending expensive, imported European goods with familiar, locally manufactured staples. This abundance creates a labyrinth of choices for the shopper, reflecting a modernizing society where global trade sits right next to domestic survival, offering everything a kitchen could possibly need. Walking further, we hit the high-end fashion sector. Global titans like Chanel, Hermes, Puma, and Converse flash their bright logos. A single item here can cost hundreds or thousands of dollars, a sum that could feed an entire family for months. Back at the street market, unbranded clothing is haggled over for just a few dollars, exposing the dizzying wealth gap hidden within the city's walls. The janitorial staff moves silently and continuously through the aisles, wiping away the smallest scuffs to ensure the glossy floors reflect the ceiling lights flawlessly. Next door is a sprawling artificial aquarium. Behind massive glass panes, exotic saltwater fish glide through glowing, heavily filtered water. It is a wildly popular attraction, drawing in crowds of parents eager to buy their children a glimpse of the ocean. The entrance fee is around $8 per person, a steep price for a few minutes of wonder, yet a willing sacrifice for families trying to provide a fleeting, magical experience in the heart of a concrete jungle. In the spacious, airy lobby, car brands rent prominent locations to showcase their latest models. Pedestrians are invited to touch the gleaming steel, admire the modern interior, and sit behind the wheel to briefly imagine a more comfortable daily commute. The brands strategically choose this location. The shopping mall attracts a large segment of the rising middle class, professionals and financially stable families, making these practical aspirations translate into actual sales. The glowing arcade machines create a loud, chaotic sanctuary. It is a vibrant space where teenagers and young adults pause to lose themselves in pixels and flashing lights. Amidst the heavy pressures of urban life, spending a few coins here allows them to temporarily merge with their passions, chasing high scores and fleeting moments of pure digital escapism. The bookstore offers a rare, quiet refuge from the mall's overwhelming noise. It draws in lingering parents and curious youths alike. Beyond the tall shelves lined with literature, there are small aisles dedicated to intricate souvenirs and stationery. Many simply come to buy a piece of memorabilia, while others claim a quiet corner, sit down, and let the outside world fade away entirely as they immerse themselves deeply into the comforting pages of a good book. We duck into an affordable fashion outlet, picking out a few modest but sturdy pieces of clothing for the children. The checkout process here is a testament to cold, modern efficiency. You can queue up at the traditional counters where cashiers rhythmically scan items, or simply step up to the glowing self-checkout kiosks. With a few quick taps and the flash of a card, the transaction is finished. It is fast, impersonal, and undeniably convenient. A sharp contrast to the slow, intimate bargaining that defines the street markets just a few miles away. Heavy rain begins to fall on our journey back. Taking the crowded city bus becomes the most practical, sheltering escape for the locals. Now, the quiet hour of dinner preparation begins. I wash the rice, chop the greens for a warm broth, and carefully marinate the meat for grilling. In this slow, deliberate routine, a profound sense of peace and simple happiness takes over. Moving today from the chaotic buzz of a $2 barbershop to the grand, glittering halls of the mall, I realize this city breathes through its contradictions. You can easily brush against towering luxury, yet instantly find the most raw, grounded values right by the roadside. The expensive extravagance out there is undeniably beautiful. Yet sometimes, the deepest sense of safety does not come from things bought with wealth. It comes from the moment you step inside your own home, roll up your sleeves, and cook a humble meal. Tonight's dinner is neither costly nor complex, but it anchors me. It grants me the feeling of taking back control over my own existence. In a city that spins relentlessly fast, this tiny, quiet kitchen remains my sanctuary. No matter where you live in the world, I believe we are all searching for that exact same balance. Do you prefer losing yourself in the relentless rush of the outside world, or do you crave the quiet solitude of a home-cooked meal? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for walking alongside me today. I will see you in the next journey.